Bikini Atoll, known for its stunning blue waters and nuclear test history, but beneath the surface lies a forgotten story, one of displacement, resilience, and a community forced to leave their home forever. Join us as we use ClioVis to uncover the story of the native people of Bikini Atoll. If you enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and comment what you want to see next. Please enjoy.
Welcome to this week's Flashback Friday. My name is Carissa, and I'm here to talk about what happened on March 7th, 1946, the first evacuation of the natives of Bikini Islands, and what happened immediately before and since. In February of 1946, American Commodore Ben H. Wyatt met with Bikini native leaders to discuss the evacuation of the islands. He told the leaders that they would be testing nuclear weapons on the atoll, and that this would lead to the end of all war. Bikini natives decided to vote, and the vote ended up winning so that they would evacuate their islands and move to nearby atolls instead. On March 7th, the Bikinians evacuated. This was a highly televised event, and so we have many of these photos which are available at the National Archives. They went to the Ragnarok Atoll, but life was not easy for the natives there. The atoll was not previously populated by human beings because staple crops, like the coconuts that were very popular in the Bikinis, could not survive, and the surrounding water made fishing and deliveries difficult. Over the next 2 years, the Bikini natives slowly began to starve. American testing began soon after, starting with the first Able test, which included massive amounts of TNT, but was not a nuclear bomb. The second, more important test was a test of the Baker bomb, which started the nuclear contamination of Bikini Atoll. Both explosions were so powerful that they were the size of Nagasaki. The struggles of the Bikini natives made the American military come under fire from the American press. So, the United States started a plan to move the Bikini natives away from the Ragnarok Atoll to the Atoll Atoll. However, this plan was stopped despite the fact that Bikini leaders had already begun to build homes and prepare for resettlement. Instead, the Atoll Atoll was given to a group named the Enotok, because the Enotok Atoll was being evacuated so that it could become yet another nuclear testing site. The Bikinians end up moving on to an American military base, living on tents next to a landing strip, and later they moved to the Kili Atoll. However, the Kili Atoll had many of the issues that non-populated islands in the Marshall Islands system had. The water made deliveries of food difficult, and the area was not easy to farm. Finally, tired of the struggles in these hostile islands, the Bikini natives begin to attempt a return to their original islands. But before they do, on March 1st of 1954, one of the most important explosions in the history of the world occurs. That is the Bravo test. Despite US meteorologists understanding that the wind conditions on the day of the Bravo test would have made irradiated air spread to inhabited islands, including the Ragnarok Atoll and the Kidney Atoll, they decided to go ahead with the test. Scientists did not understand the extent of the explosion before they set off the bomb, and many of the instruments that were set up to capture it were in fact destroyed in the blast, a blast 1,000 times larger than that of Hiroshima. More than a decade later, Bikini natives begin to return in an 8-year plan to clean the nuclear waste from the Bravo explosion from the Bikini Atoll. But messaging from the United States is mixed, and Bikini natives are unsure exactly how safe this move is. However, eager to return to their original island and way of life, and to escape the starvation of the past decade, the population slowly increases until 1975. However, a complicated series of legal disputes wherein Bikini native leaders attempted to get the United States to explore more scientifically the effects of radiation on the islands finally reveals through a full survey that the island's radiological dangers were extensive. The water was unsafe to drink, and the food that was grown natively was unsafe to eat. In September of 1978, the United States begins to evacuate the Bikini people again. Finally, in the 2000s, the U.S. Nuclear Claims Tribunal awarded the Bikini Islanders more than $563 million, split between restoration, hardship, and loss value compensations. However, the Nuclear Claims Tribunal is underfunded, and as of author Jack Nandenthal's 2001 book, it was unclear how much of the settlement would be honored by the U.S. Much of the settlement ended up not being honored, and my best estimate is that the Bikinian Trust Fund amounted, at its largest, to $110 million. However much the Bikini Islands were awarded, corruption in the 21st century meant that by 2023, the Bikini Islands Trust Fund were drained to only $100,000, meaning delivery of crucial life-supporting services like power and food ceased in the atoll. The Marshall Islands government had to step in for relief. Today, most descendants of the original Bikini natives who escaped in the March 7th evacuation lived in the surrounding Marshall Islands, such as the Kili Atoll, or in the United States. Whether justice has been served to the islanders is an open question, but the radioactive elements found in the bodies of the original Bikini natives who fled on March 7th and returned later on has not yet reached its half-life, and it will be a long, long time until the Bikini Islands can fully recover from the extent of American nuclear testing.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to follow us for more engaging content. Every Friday for the next few weeks, we'll be sharing fascinating stories about historical events that took place on Fridays. Stay tuned for more fun and intriguing history brought to life with ClioVis. Ready to create your own timeline? Start your ClioVis journey today at ClioVis.com and dive into history like never before.